Buckle up, because today we're entering one of the wildest tire-shredding shootouts ever staged. Welcome to Ford's top-secret proving grounds in the Arizona desert, where Motor Trend brought together 9 of the world's fastest, loudest, and most outrageous supercars for a no-holds-barred performance test. It's raw American muscle versus refined European precision in a 5-mile, 135-mile playground of speed. From Ferrari's high-revving masterpiece to Viper's old-school V10 Thunder, this is the ultimate horsepower war. Let the battle begin. It's the USA versus the world in a high-speed shootout, an all-out performance test of 9 rubber-burning supercars. The high-speed oval at Ford's top-secret desert proving grounds is the type of mouth-watering track purpose-made for a Motor Trend performance shootout. 5 miles of perfectly manicured high-grip asphalt, steep 31-degree banking, delicious 135mm neutral speed, hands off the wheel, corners. 24-hour support from the helpful staff, awesome tools, cheap gas, an on-site cafeteria with 50s prices, real restrooms, even outside air conditioning. Could it possibly get any better? Assemble 9 of the fastest, most powerful cars on Earth. Pack in the racing suits, helmets, radar detectors, and credit cards. Arrange for a brand new 37FT Fleetwood Discovery luxury motorhome to be delivered with a week's worth of road trip supplies. Then drive them like a bunch of 16-year-olds all the way from LA to the high-security gates just outside Kingman, Arizona. 300 miles of sheer open road, 2-lane passing, desert-blasting ecstasy. Then, it was time to go really fast. The collective 3,500-plus HP was itching to burn the rubber off of 36 high-priced tires, so who are we to say no? But this test is more than just who has the biggest horsepower numbers. It's an automotive decathlon, of sorts, a series of tests to determine which car has the best combination of power, speed, handling, braking, overall alacrity, and flat-out reliability. That last part is no easy feat, given our long days of testing during the hottest part of summer. So who's your favorite in this testosterone-laden USA versus the world shootout? Hang on and see how, and we, fared. USA versus the world, the horsepower. Wars. Any street racer knows the drill. First you see a car you think you can beat. You get close enough to size him up, then you ask what he's running. Maybe even peek under his hood. After he does the same to you, you hit the pavement. Then, it's up to you and your car. Within seconds, the truth's out there for the world to see. The same holds true for this USA versus the world test. Only in this case, it's 9 car companies, not just 9 car punks in a parking lot, doing the beforehand bragging. So let's get to it. The smallest domestic engine in this test was the second most powerful overall. That's 4.0L with 450 HP. Thanks to a Vortex centrifugal supercharger with intercooler, the Shelby Series 1's Olds Aurora-based DOHC V8 increased its output from 320 to an estimated 450 HP and from 290 to about 400 lb-ft of tire-melting torque. And it packs an exhaust sound right out of 1965. The Corvette Z06 and Pontiac Firehawk share much of engine basics in the design of their respective 5.7L OHV V8s. The Firehawks is essentially the same LS1 motor as in the standard Vetta, minus some exhaust goodies, but plus a cold air intake. It cranks out 335 willing HP and a stout 345 lb-ft of torque. The Z06 takes things to the extreme with a special version called LS6. This powerhouse features a revised valve train, tougher pistons, a higher compression ratio, a hotter cam, and even titanium exhaust components. The result is 35 HP more than the standard Vetta, bringing the total to 385 HP at 6,000 RPM, accompanied by a wide-open throttle battle cry that's wicked. Taking the USA engine design philosophy of big cubes and combining it with the Eurothink of lots of cams and valves, the Ford SVT Cobra R delivers 5.4L of DOHC 32-valve muscle. This is the big brother version of the 4.6L in the Mangusta. But its personality is so much more thunderously aggressive, it feels like Hulk Hogan next to Dom DeLuise. Inside Carrillo billet rods and forged pistons stride a forged steel crank, along with more aggressive cams, bigger valves, and a special high-flow intake manifold. All this breathes out of a very low-restriction Borla exhaust that sounds like the starting grid at Daytona. Bow to its 385 HP at 6250 RPM and 376 lb-ft at 4250 revs. Then there's Viper, 8.0L of old-school cubes, 10 cylinders, a measly 2 valves per cylinder, an in-block camshaft, and a humongous 460 HP at 5200 RPM and 500 lb-ft of torque at 3700. Nuff said. The Euro car makers create power in a wide variety of ways. Ferrari's engineers and stylists know a Ferrari engine is as much art as it is technology, and the 360's engine under glass design is a tribute to both factions. Fire up the tiny 3.6L V8. It's less than half the displacement of the Viper's V10, and revel in one of the greatest-sounding intake exhaust concertos on Earth. With 395 HP at 8500, thanks to 40 valves, magical airflow, and engine management tricks, this is one wailing machine. Low-end torque isn't its strong suit, only 275 lb-ft at 4750 RPM, but any owner who lugs this car around in too high a gear doesn't deserve to drive it. The other European V8 in this test belongs to BMW. It's the same 5.0L DOHC Wonder Screamer used in the M5, only now in a lightweight two-seat car. Variable valve timing and a beautifully balanced reciprocating assembly help produce 394 HP at 6600 RPM, 368 lb-ft of torque, and a wholly American exhaust sound that's so muscularly un-German, it's scary. Lift the hood on the Cavalli Mangusta, and you'll be gazing at 8 cylinders of all-American motivation. Yeah, aside from the Cavalli insignia, it's a Mustang Cobra engine, all 4.6L and 320 HP of it. At only 281 CU this engine isn't big on low RPM torque. Twist the tack needle far to the right, however, and this mill performs, delivering 3 on 20 ponies at 6,000 RPM and 314 lb-ft of torque at 4,800 revs. Porsche often takes a different approach to engineering, and the rear-engine 911 Turbo is certainly that. And its twin-turbo, jaw intercooled 8.6L DOHC Flat 6, still a heavyweight's punch, 415 HP at 6,000 RPM and 415 lb-ft of torque at a meager 2,700 revs means this motor's ready to flatten your spleen with accelerative G-force anytime you want. So, which one's your favorite going into this high-stakes game? BMW Z8, Italian soul, American muscle. German performance cars have a certain something in their DNA that exudes from every square inch. It's a special kind of solidity of purpose, of gestalt that no other country's car makers can seem to capture, ripped and powerful as an Olympic athlete, yet as understated as a steely-eyed investment banker. On the other end of the scale, Italian sports cars are all sleek lines, raging hormones, lusty screams and raw emotions, red-headed tempests that love to play. Somewhere in the middle is the American muscle car, big cube V8, loud exhaust, smoking tires, and stupidly fun to drive. Now, imagine a car with the best qualities of each of these three vastly differing backgrounds. That car is the BMW Z8. On paper, the Z8 may look like a steroid-injected Z3, but it's nothing of the sort. The artistic body lines elicit a hint of retro-Italian ancestry, but it's inside where this BMW smacks of an early 60s carrozzeria. From the banjo-spoke steering wheel to the offline center gauge pod, and from the sun-glaring black dash panels to the quirky ergonomics, it's eminently obvious that, for the first time with any German car in decades, function follows form, at a considerable distance. I had quite a long "this annoys me" list going after 10 minutes of sitting behind the wheel. Then I started the engine. One powerful wrap of the 5.0L 394 HP DOHC V8, and none of that seemed to matter anymore. I switched off the dynamic stability control, cleverly hidden from conventional searching paths beneath the radio cover, peeled rubber through the first 3 gears, and promptly tossed the list out the window. That's what the Z8 is about. Interestingly, it reminds me most of an Iso Greffo, sexy 60s Italian bodywork stuffed with a thumping Corvette V8, the car I dreamed about when I was 10 years old. Our test numbers speak volumes about this car's prowess, but we've concluded that no one should care a whit that the Z8 has a big trunk, great ride quality, and ample room for 6-footers, yet contains no damn cup holders. This is one German car all about the power, the style, and, dare I say it, the emotion. Only 400 Z8s will come to the States this year. Each will, be instantly sold at a hefty premium above its $128,000 price tag. So who wins in this globe-spanning performance war? America's brute force or Europe's engineered elegance? Each car brought its own personality, its own growl, and its own set of bragging rights to the ring. But one thing's for sure. No matter where your allegiance lies, you can't deny the thrill of 3,500 horsepower going full throttle. Tell us your pick in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more epic automotive showdowns.